Thursday, as we all know, is that day when we open up the pages of a book to you and bring you all that juicy content that you need to get from it. And today we'll be discussing about how to be naturally beautiful as a lady. And with me is the author, Miss Hannah Agunkijoye. Welcome to the show.
Thank you very much.
So quickly tell us your inspiration behind this book.
Okay, like I said, I tell young people, especially young ladies, that it takes more than a physical beauty, you know, to retain a relationship, whether before marriage or in the marriage. You know, so it takes more than a physical beauty. You know, what you have in you as a lady, as a woman, what you are willing to give as a potential wife or mother, or as a mother or as a wife in the relationship. You know, so it's not much about the container. The container, you know, having a beautiful container with a poisonous content, I mean, I can tell you, is a calamity about to happen. So you can see, you know, when you package yourself your beauty, but how about your inner beauty? You know, spend so much money on wardrobe, it's good, fine, but how about your inside? You know, how often do we, you know, imbibe certain virtues or values that we know, we could, you know, give to people around us, so that we say, this woman, she's beautiful.
Talking about virtues, you also hinted here on who a virtuous woman should be. Do you want to, you know? Yeah,
I'll say this. Yes, you know, I will look. If you look at the book of Proverbs 31, talking about a list of the virtuous woman. You know, she wakes up in the morning. You know, she does that. So if you ask me, who's a virtuous woman is somebody who has, you know, imbibed certain value skills, integrity, trust, discipline. You know, because you can't give what you don't have. True. You know, so if as a lady you say you are beautiful and you are not giving value, you're not adding value wherever you find yourself in your own space, then I think there should be a problem. You know, so I tell people, it's not about physical makeup, about beauty. What do you have in your inside? You know, so the content is more as important as the container. So what we are saying is the container. But when you go deeper, say, who is this person? You know, so.
And I also like the analogy of the cup, the dirty cup.
Exactly, exactly. That was how I started the book. Yes. I said, if you have a beautiful cup and you are thirsty and you find that the water inside the cup is dirty, would you still go ahead and drink it? You know, you used to be, oh, this cup is beautiful, let me drink dirty water. Oh, you know, so that's just the analogy there about it. You know, having beautiful container, but the content. So as much there's room in life for self-development. Yeah. You know, how to keep on adding value to yourself. You know, so when I met this, okay, let me just say this quickly. Okay. You know, when I met my husband, while we were courting, he opened one of my daughters and found that, wow, this woman, in a year, I read 35 books. Oh, wow. The following year, it's also all the books I've been reading, I keep writing them down. And when he saw it, he said, is this the woman I want to get married to that is not reading? And I can tell you, through that, even while we're courting, even in marriage now, he has been able to develop that reading culture, you know, to read that, if this woman is going to read, then is reading, then I think I need to do so. So these are certain values or skills that, you know, we as young women, we should have in us.
So quickly, before we round off, because this book actually is for the ladies, you're basically giving practical steps on how to be a better lady before and during marriage, basically. So what are the virtues a woman should have that prepares her for marriage?
The virtues a woman should have is, one of the virtues is integrity. Integrity is key, sincerely. I will say this, that even when I was caught in a relationship, I had certain opportunities, you know, to give in. You know, I was in a courtship and there's an opening, kind of a job, there's a kind of something that happened, that kind of a promotion out to happen. And I got certain sexual advances, you know, and it was, this is an opportunity for me. But my fiance wasn't there, but how would that conscience is not there. So
one of the virtues you need to have basically
integrity.
We need to
exactly
list them out
integrity. You have discipline, as much as you can. You know, avoid laziness, time management, procrastination. These are virtues that we have in you. Even to your children, you could pass them down on and on. Even reading itself is a good value that people should make, because when your mind is educated.
Thank you so very much, Ms. Hannah. Interesting book here, people. You should definitely get this book. Thank you so much. Quite an interesting read, I must say. Quite an interesting read.